Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello!
I'm just going to start off by being professional.
Most professional professionals.
Yeah. Right. So, I wonder what we're going to talk about.
I wonder what major. What thing happened that's been going on for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Has finally ended.
It's finally over, and Microsoft has completed its $69 billion takeover of Activision Blizzard.
Yes.
Monopolies are bad. Just to state that again.
Yes.
Monopolies are bad.
However, there is a small, slimmer silver lining.
There is, right. So, I'm gonna try and look at this on the more positive side.
Yes.
Of like, there are a lot of things that like Microsoft can do with the IPs that Activision have, because Activision have a lot of IPs.
Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Tony Hawk's, Lost Dwarves, whole bunch of StarCraft, yeah, the whole bunch of stuff that they could resurrect.
Yeah.
Whether or not they'll actually do that is another thing. That
is a different story.
Yes.
But it's possible.
It is possible.
It is possible. You can look at this as like we can generally look at this as maybe like a new leash on life for Activision Blizzard once everything gets sorted. So basically, once Bobby Kotick goes out,
I was about to say, the silver lining is the CEO of Activision Blizzard that we've been demanding to be kicked out as soon as we found out about the.
He's getting. I think it was like I think they said a 400. Was it 400?
Yeah, he's getting a golden parachute.
It's like a $400 million bloody dollar.
Which will go straight into the Cayman Islands and never come out. Bobby Kotick will be out of the company on the 1st of January 2024, so he has just over 2 months left as CEO of Activision Blizzard, which is fan-fucking-tastic, because that guy deserves to be not only out of Activision Blizzard, but out of the gaming sphere.
The thing is, he's not going to be, though.
No,
he's just going to show up.
He's going to show up somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for the company that he shows up to. Well, not the company per se, but the staff. The groundwork floor staff that he shows up to, because he will turn their life into fucking terribleness.
So,
I mean, there's a CEO position available at Unity.
Oh, fuck no.
Look, we all know, currently, in the current climate of our wonderful system, and I say that with the highest form of sarcasm, that we have at the moment, people who are in positions of power that fail upwards. If you're good at your job, you're fucked. Because to be good at your job, you actually have to care about your job.
That's very true. And
care about the people around your job. And unfortunately, especially in the AAA game industry, that seems to be a negative. That seems to be a, you're the wrong type of person because you're not a dick.
Yeah.
But anyway, back onto the monopoly that is growing.
So, like I said, there are positives. There are some positives.
Yes, there are potential positives.
The negatives for me, which are the things that I think we all need to look out for, is due to the fact that like Microsoft's recent history has not been
great.
It's not been fantastic, especially on the gaming side.
No,
they have done all the things that Activision have done in their games with the monetization, stupid battle passes, and all that.
Just ask Halo Infinite players. I mean, granted, Halo Infinite apparently is a lot better than it was before, but they've burnt a lot of bridges to get there.
Yeah. And
they have to rebuild a lot of those bridges to be a viable product. And I don't think, customer side, I don't think we will see... Like, they've already come out and said Call of Duty is not instantly going to be on Game Pass.
All Activision Blizzard games are not going to be on Game Pass at least till the beginning of 2024.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is not going to be on Game Pass.
Nope.
That's come out. Most likely, it's probably going to be games like Overwatch.
Overwatch, yay! Well done, congratulations. You get the fake Overwatch 2. Congratulations.
I think
you get Diablo. You get Diablo. I'm going to make this grind the worst grind ever that makes even Destiny's grind seem fair. Grind.
I know.
Diablo 4. You'll get probably Hearthstone. If you do not spend $1,000 on these packs, you will not be anywhere near able to win a single game. Hearthstone.
Haven't they got that mode where you can pick the cards now? No. It's like a battle royale.
Yeah, no, the auto battler. Yeah, they removed that from being able to get gold to buy packs. You can't.
Okay, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
This is the thing. That was the only mode I played.
Yeah.
And then they brought that out. They changed that change, and I'm like, well, there's no point to playing.
Yeah, there's no point now because there's no progression.
Why would I want to do this? Yeah, they basically gave itself its own currency, and I'm like, I don't want this.
And I'm going to take a random guess and say that you've got to like. So is it? Can you spend that currency in the store?
You spend that currency in the auto battler part of the store.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
It might as well be It might as well be an individual separate game with no connection apart from the interface. That's it. And some people wonder why the vast majority of the fan base are really pissed at Blizzard. Literally, the only thing Blizzard has out at the moment is Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, and Hearthstone. And they've pissed off every single one of those fan bases.
Yeah, they have.
Every single one. World of Warcraft was the whole bullshit of, I'm not actually that evil, I'm just preparing you for the bigger bad that's coming.
No.
And then Flight of Dragons comes, and everyone's like, oh, it's a step back, and then they go, yeah, but this is a fluff piece that doesn't actually mean anything, there's no actual stakes, there's no actual development of story or characters, so, this is what you wanted, is it? And it's like, no, we just want you to stop doing the whole thing of, like, the next bad guy's an even bigger threat. It's like, for the love of fucking God.
It's Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball Z.
It's right, yeah, like, but the thing is, like, you don't even pull off, like, Dragon Ball Z epicness.
Yeah, that's true.
You just gave us stuff. They just gave the fan base stuff like the Jailer.
No, I think the thing for World of Warcraft is more the. A lot of it was like, you can.
The constant grind of adding extra stuff that you had to do every day.
Anything that you got was like, as soon as the next patch came out, it was useless.
It was useless. Yeah,
you'd have to do it all over again.
Yeah, there was no.
I think that's what really was annoying.
Basically, like in a sense, it's like the artifacts. Is it the artifacts in Destiny 2? The ones that you get at the start of the battle pass that you can.
Oh yeah, and you build, and it gives you. But kind of. But the difference is that only gives you stats. It doesn't actually give you. It doesn't give you anything.
Yeah.
Really.
Diablo 4. Need I say more than the abysmal level of design involving just a stupid amount of crap that you have, inventory management, and the fact that like every item has a wall of text that you have to dissect to figure out if that's an actual improvement or not. Like,
I've still got Diablo 4 on my PS5 actually. It's still there.
You've not touched it though.
I haven't been on it since I completed the story, and I was like, and I did the first season because I'd like paid for it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't buy like the super premium edition, but I bought like the deluxe edition,
which gave you the first season.
Didn't
give you the like you can activate this battle pass whenever you want. You just got the first battle pass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, oh, okay, and that's fine. I'll just do that because I think it was only like a £10 more.
Yeah.
Than what they get. So it was like £80 instead of 70. So I did that, and I was like, you know what? I'll give the first season a go, and I gave the first season a go, and it was a bit like, it was just meh. It was free.
I wouldn't even call it mid.
It was free story, basic free story quests, which really didn't have anything to do with anything. And it was just.
It was basically item management the game.
Yeah, it was just shit.
And it's like, if I want item management the game, I'll play a Bethesda.
I do.
I'll play a Bethesda RPG.
I gotta hand it to them. Like the actual balls to mitigate the whole gem problem in the background. To mitigate that with instead of and then you basically got these cursed hearts or something, and you got them instead. It was thank you. That's not addressing the problem, but thank you.
No, what you did is make the problem worse.
I gotta give the balls to do that. That was quite good.
So again, like we said, there is. I know we're writing on Blizzard. I mean, granted, they deserve it, but still, the positives are that there were a bunch of things that we kind of know Activision forced on Blizzard, because Activision basically gutted Blizzard of any sort of creativity and desire to support the fan base and do stuff for the fans, and turned it into a shell of itself, and basically just to monetize nostalgia. And I'm quoting a former Blizzard dev when I'm saying that.
Yeah, pretty much. That might change though with this.
But again, it might change.
Because I'm pretty sure...
The problem is like we've said before regarding Blizzard and Activision Blizzard as a whole, is that it needs to be literally cleaned from the inside out. Like, just removing Bobby Kotick, it's a good start, but it has to... And I will give Microsoft props. You know, I said, like, I'm going to criticize you for hell until you get rid of him. You're going to get rid of him. So there you go. But Bobby Kotick wasn't probably the only problem in that company. And they need to wholeheartedly scrub that place, that company, from top to bottom.
Yeah, the hazmat people from Monsters Inc. need to go in. Yeah,
just go in with flamethrowers and everything.
Yeah, just cleanse that place down.
So, and I'm wondering if, because Microsoft has constantly said they're a hands-off company owner sort of thing. They let them do it, and I'm like, you kind of can't do that with Activision Blizzard. There's an awful lot of shit in that company.
The other thing is I think after Redfall, after the absolute bomb that Redfall
after
was,
Redfall, they might, but I
don't think they're gonna have they're gonna do a ton of.
But the thing is like Starfield is okay, but it's not revolutionary. Which to be honest, no one should have really expected it to be.
No. That is a lie. That is the most important RPG of our time.
It's not Baldur's Gate 3, so therefore that's a falsehood.
It is the most important RPG of our time. That's what they said. All right, they said that.
Yes, but everything coming out of Todd Howard's mouth is a lie.
It wasn't Todd Howard.
It was
one of the Xbox presenters.
Yes, I know.
So it wasn't Phil Spencer, but it was the last that they get to put on.
I'm honestly thinking that whole thing was because they knew Baldur's Gate 3 was having issues trying to get it to run on the Series S in a one-to-one compatible with Xbox Series X. And they were like, we're not actually... I don't think they actually knew if Larian could actually get it to work. So it was like, well, that RPG is looking like it's going to be amazing. We're going to have what's coming out? Starfield. Okay, we're just going to throw that at it. give it all the hype that we possibly can.
All the fluff.
Because I'll be honest, right? Starfield's good. I'm not saying it's not good. But there's nothing that stands out to me that separates it from the Fallout games and Skyrim.
Starfield is outdated.
Yeah.
It's old.
It is.
In its game design.
It
is old. And not in the sort of nostalgic way.
Not in boomer shooters way of
Or the Octopath Traveler and that sort of stuff that are coming out. Those type of games that are coming out,
where it's
using an old style of.
It's an old style of gameplay and game style, but what they do is they hone that down into we make it we
Whereas Starfield
Because
just
it's
hasn't
very
done that. It's just a Fallout game.
It's a Bethesda open world RPG.
It's basically what Ubisoft
Yeah.
did with Assassin's Creed.
Which,
Although Mirage, by the way, is pretty cool. I can't believe I'm saying that.
but that's old school. That is old school.
It generally feels old school.
Which some people are not happy with because
Yeah, but these people like Odyssey, so they can go fuck themselves.
yes.
Like, you don't know. You know nothing, Jon Snow. That's that.
This is the thing. Is like this is an Assassin's game. It's I don't like. This is the thing. This is the thing I don't understand with the people that criticized because they always come down to the combat. It's like, oh, the combat's too simple. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, first things first. The game's called Assassin's Creed. Since when do you know of an assassin?
Yeah, that just goes into open combat.
That just goes into absolute open combat. They don't do that.
And isn't from Warhammer 40k before anybody.
Yeah. also, those guys, you don't want to be them.
Yeah.
You don't want also they're not assassins per se. They're, if you want to kill everything,
yeah,
you drop these guys down. You know, there are 4 classes in the Warhammer Minisatrum of Assassinarum, if I've pronounced it right. I probably haven't, because I can never pronounce the Latinization things ever.
Yeah, look, I say Adeptus Astartes perfectly fine. I don't need any else.
And I can say that Adeptus Mechanicus as well. So
there we go. We're good.
We're good.
Anyway,
I'm just saying the point. 3 of them are the assassins, and the 4th one is I don't want to use a nuke, but I want everything to die as if I used a nuke.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what that one is. Don't ask me how. Don't tell me. Don't ask me to pronounce them because I will not.
So yeah. Microsoft has bought Activision.
Look, I'm hopeful that the people that are working at the ground level of Activision
This is probably the biggest positive.
Will get a much better work-life balance and be treated better, and I hope that happens. And I hope that some old games that deserve a new lease of life, like your Tony Hawk's, like your Spyros, for example, the studio that made the Spyro, was it Spyro Reignited in the Crash 4? That got instantly just shoved into the Call of Duty mines?
Oh, I know who you mean, I can't. Vicarious Visions?
No.
Was that the one they were called?
No, it wasn't.
What were they called?
It was it Super Toy Box Games or something like that?
No, I think Super Toy Box did the Spyro.
But anyway, the point being, I'm hoping those guys can actually, be pulled out of the Call of Duty mines and actually be given a chance to actually work on a game they want to. My concern is this. I don't think anything will actually change.
Yeah.
In regards to the products. Maybe the staff conditions will improve, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
But the actual products that Activision Blizzard give us will not change from what they give us now. And I mean that in both equality.
We'll get StarCraft 2 remastered. That's what we'll get.
We'll get it reforged.
Reforged, yes. No. It's got to be something else because Reforged isn't very sci-fi, so it's got to be something.
Replasmid,
yeah.
And it'll look like it's been replasmid. So I hope that the staff get better working conditions, that they're not harassed.
I think that's going to be this is probably.
I mean, that's the easiest W Microsoft can do.
That's the biggest positive I think that's going to come from this, is that I generally think that the working staff, conditions and the staff are going to be a lot better looked after.
Yeah. I personally do not, and I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong right now. I'm putting it out here right now. I want to be wrong. This is the cynical part of my brain that has watched this industry for so many years and just like clockwork do the same bullshit crap all the time. I don't think we are going to get like a renaissance of like a
No.
new Lost Dwarfs game.
I don't think we're going to get that.
Or like we'll get a new Tony Hawk's game, or you know, the multitude of studios that are in the Call of Duty.
You know what I think they're going to do? I do think we're going to just to piss off Sony fans. I mean, personally, I would do this if I was.
Oh yeah, I would do this as well.
But just to piss off Sony fans, I would like make a new Spyro game and a new Crash game,
and put them only on the Xbox.
Only on the Xbox.
Xbox and PC, yeah.
Just to piss off.
Yeah, I would do the same.
I would do it.
I would do the same.
But I don't think we're gonna get anything. I just can't see them doing it. I don't think we're going to get anything like majorly special.
Products that the game industry gets now, I don't think there'll be much difference. I don't think the studios that were in the Call of Duty mines will be pulled out of the Call of Duty mines. I think they'll stay in there. It may be nicer. It may be, instead of a mine, maybe a factory with cushions and seats.
It's mainly because like Microsoft. They're the status quo. They do everything.
Microsoft does not like competition.
It's not that. It doesn't. In all honesty, when was the last time you saw Microsoft actually like innovate anything really?
Very true. Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like anything.
Like you can criticize Google for the amount of shit that it kills off.
But at least it does something.
It does try things.
It's just it's all garbage.
I mean, I do wish they would actually properly try and understand what they need to properly try.
The thing is, right, if you look at like the Google graveyard thing, like you look at it, like I was actually looking at it the other day because I wanted to know like how many things have actually there's a lot, and I was looking at it, I'm like, nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. There's not a market for any of these things. Why are you doing it?
Like I said, and the other thing I'm worried about is the thing that usually happens after big mergers.
Yeah. Oh no, that's happening.
You don't need two HR departments. You don't need as many senior executives, which is fine. Those people can go fuck themselves, especially from Activision Blizzard. You're the problem. But they won't need as many staff potentially.
Yeah.
They'll look at it and go, well, we need to make back our $69 billion and we need to make it back now.
We all know how that's
so what's the easiest way to make money or save money? We'll just release a whole bunch of people.
Alright, and then up the prices on the Game Pass.
And then we'll up the prices on the Game Pass.
Which is exactly what's going to happen. I do believe we're going to have there's going to be another acquisition at some point, which we'll get on to very soon. But first, to
stick with the Activision
before the whole, because I don't think it's actually official that Microsoft.
When they finalised it
till next year. Beginning of next year?
We're now in the transition period. So
that's what I mean.
Basically going through all the financial stuff to make sure everything's...
To make sure they can actually buy them.
No, they bought them. It's finalised. The deal's done. What I mean is that they can integrate all their, like...
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So that, like... HR and that has... Because, Activision Blizzard is a big company. There's an awful lot of people's personal and employment data that needs to be that is now technically in the ownership of Microsoft, and they need to go through all that and put them on their books.
Yeah.
So there's an awful lot of like number crunching and that. So that's why like these things, even after the deal's done, it takes a while. That's why you see CEOs stay on for like months, if not a year, before they step down from the company to be bought.
So before we get to like it all done, Blizzard have pissed off all the Overwatch fans again.
Yes.
Because they've decided, because the new season has come out and then in the store they've released some Diablo 4 skins.
Because it's Halloween.
And I've got to be honest, right? I actually have to be honest. The Lilith skin for Moira is really fucking cool.
Yes. As a person whose healer is Moira, she is my healer main. I am very jealous of that skin.
Yeah.
Not enough to play the game.
Not $40.
No.
It's a $40 skin. No, it's in a $40 bundle.
Yeah, it's in a $40 bundle. But here's the thing, right? I can go on Steam and buy about 5 games.
You can buy Diablo 4.
Yeah.
For that.
It's the price. This is the thing. You can go on Steam. The amount of games you can buy for that price.
I think you can buy Diablo 4.
Or less. Like, there were some Game of the fucking Years games that are less than that. And Blizzard thinks it's perfectly fine. How the hell can you call a $40 purchase a microtransaction? It's not there's nothing micro fucking about it. I could go to a fancy restaurant and have a meal for that much money.
Right, so let's have a look. Let's think. Right. So the Battle Pass, that's over here. The Battle Pass is about $8.99, so let's say a tenner. That's the Battle Pass on its own, right? And then you've got the $40 skin.
Yeah.
So that's 50. That's good because it's going to be 40 quid as well. It's not going to be. So that's 50 quid there.
Yeah.
If you want that, because the Diablo skin obviously is not in the Battle Pass. I've had a look at the Battle Pass. It's shit.
Of course
it's fucking garbage. None of the skins are anything.
Look,
I take
Overwatch.
Mercy's got like this. It kind of looks like the Silent Hill nurse. Look going. So for me, that's Mercy's my main. But that's kind of cool. But the rest of it's kind of just meh. There's that. And I'm pretty sure you can buy a booster now.
Well, of course.
Or you could buy a booster.
Of course.
I can't remember.
Because of course, why we are going to make a problem, which is called the Battle Pass is ridiculously grindy, unrewarding, and only have really decent stuff near the end.
Well, of course.
Right? And then we're going to sell you the solution to the problem.
We're going to make a problem. We're going to sell you the solution to it.
This is what they always do. This is what Destiny 2 did shortly after launch when they made the grind ridiculously fucking stupid. Yeah. And then went, oh, well, you can buy this booster pack. And then Ubisoft as well with their fucking EXP booster packs for single player games. And I'm like, if your single player game needs booster packs, you're fucked up. And then the Avengers game, because people got to top level too quickly.
We'll nerf your leveling. Because people were complaining that they were leveling up too quick. Never happened.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. Who else did that? Somebody else did that. I'm just trying to remember which game. I'm positive it's
Diablo.
It might have been Diablo.
They
nerfed the leveling, didn't they?
They nerfed the leveling.
I think it was Diablo 4.
Diablo 4.
People were complaining that they were leveling up too fast. Lie. Completely
That's a lie.
No one has ever...
I don't even have to go, that's allegedly a lie. I can honestly tell you, that's a lie. Because if there's anything what gamers will never complain about is leveling up too fast. What they were actually complaining about is the end game is fucking shit or non-existent. That's not them complaining about how quickly they got to the end game or how quickly they got to max level. They're complaining about what happens after they get to max level because you decided, this is Blizzard, this is your choice. You made it a live service. A live service has an end game play.
I started playing Diablo 3 again. Yeah. I know to Diablo fans that's like a sin. But I've just started playing Diablo 3 again.
Well, the thing is, though, we never had the opportunity to play Diablo 2.
I mean, we do now. We can play Diablo 2,
the
remastered version, which is apparently very good.
Yes. But you don't actually have that right now, and you kind of...
And I don't want to, and I really, really like the Necromancer.
Yes. You do like the Necromancer, just ridiculous army of oblivion.
Just an army of everything. It's just fantastic.
Just a snowballing thing of giant corpse exploding.
Which I am looking forward to being able to, because apparently you can do that on Path of Exile 2 with your Necromancer class. You can resurrect everything and have just this giant army of the dead. I'm just like, yes!
Oh, you mean like what Diablo 4 should have given you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Diablo 4, still, you can't necromancer. Still, still does not have the ability to actually be in a car.
Doing that on Baldur's Gate is amazing. Like, just killing people and then resurrecting their body. It's just like, yes!
What?
Oh, you thought there was only 4 of us? Ha ha! I resurrected.
I have to admit, I do enjoy on our playthrough we're doing together. Combat started. Well, you think I'm just a druid? I'm the druid of the moon, bitch. Bear boy, bear time.
I'm gonna.
Giant polar bear just decides to smack the Leif down.
I'm going to, because I'm gonna respec once I get to level 5. I think I'm gonna be a barbarian bard, so that I can play music whenever I want.
Why not? Anyway.
Also, I get a funny hat.
Back onto Diablo 4 and the
Blizzard
Overwatch.
With its wonderful...
With its $40 Diablo 4 costume. I'm really, really annoyed at the likes of, like, Activision Blizzard. Activision is the worst.
So it's a Lilith for Moira, and I think it's Sigma gets the Inaris costume. If you don't know who Inaris is, he's the angel in Diablo 4, who is a bit of a dick.
I think the vast majority of the angels are a bit of a dick in Diablo. There's only one that's actually not.
Well, no, it's because like the angels are like aspects of certain things, so they take it to like the extreme because that's what they are. Yeah. So because you've got the thing of is it Azrael? Azrael he's justice or something like that. He's the aspect of justice.
Yeah.
So he's
all about honourable justice and all that.
Yeah, and then there's the one who is like the one who's actually in heaven for Diablo 3, and I can't remember his name, but he's like the aspect of it's something to do with fighting. Honor and all that sort of shit. I can't really remember. He wasn't a very good character, but
yeah. Well, anyway, just the price is just stupid.
Okay, so this is what you get. I love this IGN. Right, both these Diablo 4 skins, which Blizzard leaned on to promote the recently launched Season 7, Rise of Darkness, and exclusively sold through the $39.99 Ultimate Battle Pass bundle. So it's the ultimate. You've got to buy the Ultimate Battle Pass bundle.
You can't buy them anywhere else.
You can't buy them anywhere else.
So they're $40.
Right? There is no other way to get the skins than forking out real world money. It's worth noting, I love the fact that they've done this. It's worth noting, as if it's like some sort of fair deal that you get here.
It's a fair deal if you're a car salesman.
So you get 20 Battle Pass tier skips, the premium Battle Pass, 2,000 Overwatch coins.
Their own currency, by the way.
You get the Inara skin, the Lilith skin, and the pumpkin skin. The pumpkin skin is Hammond.
Yeah.
I think that's Ball.
That's an old one?
That's an old one.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's an old one.
Highlight intros, Be Beautiful, which is, I'm assuming, is something to do with Lilith. And 2 sprays. Now, is that worth $40?
No.
That's the question.
Now, here's another thing, right? I would complain a little bit less if the money that went into that went to the people that actually designed those costumes, because they're the ones who put the effort in. But that's not what happens. Probably they will see fucking next to fucking little of it, because they're probably salary.
Oh, yeah.
And they will be paid the same amount regardless of this sells gangbusters or doesn't sell at all. So that money is only going into Blizzard's coffers, Activision Blizzard's coffers, and probably only going to the other thing,
the main thing that's like really pissed everybody off is the fact that like the Diablo 4 skins were the thing that like
they were hyping up.
They were hyping up and like showing as if it was going to be the Battle Pass stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people were thinking that the Lilith skin for Moira was going to be the mythic one.
Mythic, yeah.
No, no, it isn't.
Nope.
You've got the only way to get these skins is if you fork out $40 or £40
for the premium Battle Pass.
It's a joke.
It's a fucking scam.
And it's the thing is, like, it's this sort of shit that's gonna tank Battle Passes. Because I don't have a problem with Battle Passes. I've never had a problem with battle passes. I think battle passes can be a good thing, especially for like free games. The games that
it's a good extra way of making more money. It also gives, like we said, DLC / microtransactions, etc. gives the art team stuff to do after they've done all the art stuff.
But it's this shit that like can take people off and be like, no, I'm not buying a battle pass because it's all just garbage. That's because it is just all garbage in a lot of these. And I know Overwatch 2 is a free game, technically.
The thing is that the thing is, right, Overwatch 2 was accepted by the fan base with a few caveats. One, we would get proper PvE campaign.
Yes.
We would get
character hero stories.
We would get hero stories. We would get a constantly. We would get a campaign where we could the hero missions.
Yeah, that's the one. Hero missions.
We would get the hero missions where we could.
Which technically we have got.
Yeah.
Technically.
But the basically the PvE content that was promised to us.
Yeah, the thing that was actually Overwatch 2.
Hasn't come out.
No.
What has come out is a shop. A shop that sells pixels for the same price that other companies sell entire games for. You can buy Baldur's Gate fucking free.
Yep.
For the same price, for almost the same price as what fucking Blizzard want you to pay for two skins, a battle pass, some make-believe coins, and some fucking sprays.
Not even an emo. There's not even an emo in there.
And I'm literally like, one is an actual experience, the other the other is just burning money.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
It's just fucking greedy. It's greed. It's absolute greed. And the people in charge of Blizzard at the moment, honestly, I do hope Microsoft come in with a fucking fine-tooth comb and actually want Blizzard to go back to what it used to be. Because if that's the case, I hope you guys have plans to go somewhere fucking else, because that's what you'll need to do.
But yeah.
Do you think I'm pissed at fucking this bullshit?
A little bit. Shall we move on before you get more annoyed?
Yeah, let's move on.
I don't know if you're gonna like this one.
I know about this though.
So, do you remember we talked about Epic laying off?
Yes.
So many staff, and what was the reason why they
were spending too much money?
Yeah, they're spending more money than they were earning,
which we said is a failure of management.
Yep. So, do you want to know the latest thing that Epic have decided to do?
Spend more money.
They're spending more money to lure game devs into releasing their golden oldies onto the Epic Game Store.
For the love of fucking God. Just... Does the right hand know what the left is doing?
I don't think so.
Seriously, Epic. Seriously.
Okay.
Who the fucking hell is in charge of your fucking strategy? Because it looks like you don't actually have one.
Epic has announced a foolproof plan to tempt devs and publishers to put their back catalogues onto the Epic Game Store. Throw money at them.
Money that they apparently don't have!
Yep. The Now on Epic program will offer game makers and license holders 100% of the revenue generated by older games they put on Epic for the first 6 months of their time on the store, as opposed to the 88%, 12% split that selling games via Epic usually entails.
I mean, for a old publisher or developer, that might be a good idea, but again, like...
Yeah, but if I was a publisher, I'd only do it for 6 months. I'd do it for the 6 months.
Yeah,
and then pull it.
I know, but like... These are games I would imagine that are already on Steam or GOG. So why? I
don't know. Maybe
if I wasn't going to put it on Epic before, why would I do it now? Like, it's not going to like make much difference difference?
The now on Epic program, by contrast, offers a similar deal for games that are already out on non-Epic stores. 6 months of 100% revenue in return for releasing a minimum of 3 products that have been released prior to October 31st, 2023.
See, this actually concerns me because this sounds a little bit desperate.
Yeah, although devs that don't have free products that meet those criteria can just bring over all products that are live and on other stores instead. The program won't run indefinitely. Devs will only be able to enroll in the program until December 31st next year, and the games they're bringing over have to launch before June 30, 2025. As someone... It goes on basically saying that as the writer, as someone currently juggling playthroughs of Knights of the Old Republic, Baldur's Gate 2 and Morrowind, I can tell you with some confidence that old games are pretty good, and I'm in favour of any merchandise that rewards license holders for making them more widely available. Nevertheless, I can't help but notice some small irony in the fact that this news comes in the wake of swinging layoffs at Epic itself and its former subsidiary Bandcamp, which is the thing that they like.
Yes,
got rid of.
So also a lot of people are very pissed about the Bandcamp situation because it seems like Epic bought Bandcamp solely to throw it under the bus. And Bandcamp is actually a decent, like, a lot of like indie music makers, because it's a way, like, for example, I think Bandcamp you can get the entire soundtrack to Time Splitters 2.
Oh,
yeah, I can't find it anywhere else.
Well, yeah, because Bandcamp, it's gone now, isn't it?
Oh no, I think it still exists, Bandcamp.
Oh, okay.
I think ? I'll have to check. Future me, that's a future me problem.
But yeah. So
so
a bit weird.
I'm going to put this out. I think Epic are saying bullshit about the reason why they're sacking the people.
Yes.
Because there's no way, like we said, there's not, like, the amount of money that they are making from Fortnite alone. If they are losing money, then they need to not sack the lower ranking people.
Yeah.
They need to sack the decision making people, because they're the ones that are making the fucking stupid decisions that's costing you money.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Like, the lower ranking people, the people who actually, I don't know, put the designs of Spider-Man and My Hero Academia characters and Jujutsu Kaisen characters into Fortnite.
Transformers is the latest one.
Transformers as well, yeah. And also, like, to put mechanics in, like the web swinging and the different, like, abilities from the different anime crossovers that they've done.
Yeah.
Those people aren't the people that are costing you money. It's your fucking assholes at the top that are making these decisions.
That are spending too much money.
Because the person that made the Spider-Man emote animation is not costing you money. He's actually making something that makes you money.
Yeah.
That makes you probably a lot of money. It's the person at the top that's gone to company X, Y, and Z and gone, yeah, we'll give you this giant load of cash. Have you actually talked to the financer whether that's a good price? No, but I like this, so here you go. Here's all this money. You don't want to negotiate, you don't want to haggle or anything? No, I'm just going to give you this giant load of cash. Do you know how much that is? A lot. No, do you actually know how much that is? What's an amount? This is the thing. This is like I know it sounds stupid.
Yeah.
But my brain just literally goes, how else could this be happening with a company that takes in as much money as Epic does?
Yeah, that's true.
The decisions must be made on such an asinine, stupid level.
I would like to know how much they're spending on licenses.
I would as well.
Because it's got to be a fair bit.
It's got to be a fair
I can't imagine Shueisha giving them My Hero Academia and Dragon Ball and Jujutsu Kaisen on the cheap.
Well, no. But you're supposed to make it so that you also make money from it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because you would go in and negotiate, like, okay, so we do this deal, we get so much money from the sales, you get so much money from the sales, blah, 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 blah.
I'll tell you what, Epic. If you put Knuckle Duster into Fortnite, I will play Fortnite.
Yes.
If you put
do it.
If you put Knuckle Duster into Fortnite,
do it. Vigilantes is a better series.
I was actually going to say, if anybody knows who Knuckle Duster is, and you have to Epic, you have to look him up, then fine. I will play, because he's a very niche character, to be fair.
He is a very niche character, but we love him. Oh my
I love Knuckle Duster.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah.
The Cruller.
The Cruller. Yeah, actually, I'll put the Cruller in there as well.
And Pop. Pop's design.
Yeah.
Pop's design's great.
Yeah, put the Vigilantes in.
Put the Vigilantes in. Do it. Do it now. Do you know what? That's the thing. That's probably the only thing. Unless the Unreal, never going to happen in a million years, deal with Sega and they put in Valkyria Chronicles.
No, that's not.
But that's never going to happen.
That's not. Unfortunately, Valkyria Chronicles isn't popular enough.
No, it's not. I know exactly. I know. Hey, there are weirder things that have happened. Like, for example, World of Warships is apparently doing a crossover with Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Okay. That's different.
Yeah.
That's very different.
It is very different. I mean, their crossovers with Azure Lane makes sense. Ship girls, ships.
Both girls.
Yeah.
They did a crossover.
Arpeggio Blue Steel, ship girls, ships. Warhammer 40k, Battlefleet Gothic, ships. Heroes of Might and Magic, ships. Turn-based RPG.
Call of Duty put Lilith into Call of Duty.
Yes, but they're going after Fortnite. Because Activision Blizzard has no creativity whatsoever.
Yes.
It's why we're getting Modern Warfare 3. Granted, Modern Warfare 3 looks like it's actually going to be...
The zombie mode looks really good.
I know.
I was quite shocked.
I will wait until I'm actually able to play it.
My main worry...
I will withhold judgment.
I'm just hoping there isn't any PvP in it, because exactly what's going to happen if there is PvP.
It's going to be like Tarkov. It's going to be PvP.
I don't. At the moment, it doesn't look like it. But if there is, exactly what's going to happen. There's just going to wait. There's going to be people just waiting for you to be swarmed by zombies, and then they'll just pick you off.
Yes. We play Dark Souls.
Because these PvP games that do this,
third party,
it's just
third
bullshit.
Party, yeah, it's just people will just literally third party all the time. That's what happens. But yeah, Epic. Just like, what the are you? The Fortnite, the amount of money they make from Fortnite should be just a license to print money. And yet, for some reason, they claim that they're actually spending more money than they're making.
Yeah.
And I'm literally like, well, how the fuck is that possible?
Yeah. And then you've done this.
Yeah. Because Fortnite has not only got the skins, but it has a battle pass. It has a whole bunch of other shit that you can spend money on. Like, yes, it's a free to play game, but there's an awful lot of stuff you can buy in that game. I'm just like, and then after stating that, well, it's because we're spending too much money. We're spending too much money, so we have to let people go. We're not going to figure out why we're spending too much money. We're just going to let people go.
Yeah.
And then we're now going to make it free for people older games to be put on our store. So it means you're going to spend more money on the store maintaining it, because it's going to have more games on it. And you're going to get more money from that. So you're going to be a net loss on that. Aren't you supposed to be trying to,
make money?
Stop losing money?
Oh well. Hey, look, it's AAA gaming industry. No one said they were smart.
No, which is again, I offer our skills and talents of.
Actually, you know what? This next thing, they might take us up on it.
Don't be silly.
I know. I'm just.
But again, we offer our abilities to tell you why your stupid plan is a stupid plan.
Now,
to be on the board.
Moving on. Now, these are all just rumours, so we're not gonna jump the gun and be like, yes, this is definitely happening. But Disney are reportedly have an interest in purchasing EA. So Disney have an interest of getting back into the game.
Monopolies, great. Oh, by the way, here's the thing, right? All the Xbox fans that are cheering at the acquisition of Activision Blizzard, you can't say no to this. You have no grounds.
Well, to be fair, Disney don't actually have a foot in.
Yeah, because that's even better. Because Disney don't actually have. They license out. They used to have a games development part of their company. I think they either let it go or shut it down. Either way, they don't anymore.
They had LucasArts, didn't they? So they shut it down.
They had LucasArts, but no, right. Yeah, but they had their own Disney division, Disney Games division. That's what I'm saying. Because I think they shut down LucasArts very quickly after buying LucasArts. Buying everything from George Lucas.
Yeah.
So Disney are wanting to buy EA.
Well,
apparently. Rumours. I mean, granted, Disney have bigger problems on their plate.
According to Bloomberg, those close to Disney CEO Bob Iger are pushing for a transformation of the company. In this pursuit, it has been suggested that Disney become more entrenched in the video game industry, which it currently doesn't have much of a direct involvement with. To do this, some are said to be suggesting that Iger look to buy Electronic Arts, which would give Disney a stronger foothold in the gaming market than ever before. Iger himself is said to be non-committal about the idea, though, which makes it sound like he isn't fully on board with this plan. That doesn't surprise me because I'm pretty sure it was Bob Iger that took Disney out of the video gaming industry.
Also, like I said, Disney have bigger problems
at the moment,
and also
actually making a good show.
Yeah, actually showing some actual creativity other than Marvel movie by the numbers.
Yeah, or Star Wars by the numbers, or Pixar by the numbers.
Yeah, apparently there's talk of another Toy Story and Frozen movie, and I'm like, for the love of fucking God, like Toy Story had the perfect trilogy, and then you ruined it by adding a fourth movie.
Or because Bo Peep didn't get a good enough fucking ending, and then you ruined Bo Peep.
It's like, but
because she had to be a girl boss.
Yeah, but the thing is like Bo Peep was clearly a young girl toy, and by the time of the third movie, and they made no effort to actually show Bo Peep having any significant meaning to Andy, or
especially considering Bo Peep wasn't his toy.
Yeah,
Bo Peep is his
little sister's toy, which again they made no effort to make Bo Peep seem significant to her either, because she wasn't in.
Yeah, she wasn't in that much. But anyway, so just how likely is it that Disney would actually buy Electronic Arts? Well, it's hard to say. As we've seen over the past decade, acquisitions have become somewhat common, and billions of dollars have changed hands as companies like Activision, Bethesda, Bungie, Oculus, and Zyga have all been snatched up. Consolidation in the gaming industry doesn't seem like it's going to slow down anytime soon either, which means that a company like Electronic Arts would probably sell for the right price, even though Disney has had a rough go of things lately. It also surely has the cash on hand to buy EA if it decides that it wanted to.
So, logically, it would make, if Disney wanted to buy a company, it would logically make sense for EA, due to the fact that the vast majority of Star Wars games and Disney licensed games
are
done by EA at the moment.
Yeah.
Not all, I don't think all of them are, but the vast majority and especially all the Star Wars games that we know of at the moment.
Yeah.
They're all done by EA, apart from
the Ubisoft
one that's coming out. but that's just going to be a Ubisoft collector.
What was that called? Was it Renegades?
Yeah, Renegades.
Yeah.
So I understand the logical thinking of how people have come to this conclusion. I don't know. I personally don't want it to happen because Disney bought Marvel, and Marvel Comics is not in a good place.
No, Marvel Comics were dying before Disney came along.
I know that. I understand that, and I'm not saying that at the start it wasn't a good thing. It probably was, but
yeah,
currently at the moment, but we then had to deal with bullshit like Marvel Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where the CEO went.
The X-Men weren't in it.
No one likes the X-Men. Fuck you. Fuck you. X-Men up until when Disney decided, no, I want the license, and we're gonna basically have nothing happen to the X-Men until Fox give us the license. We're just gonna have nothing happen in story, in games, in films, nothing at all, ever. Wolverine's an Avenger. Well, who's Wolverine?
Yeah.
No. You can have the.
You can have the Inhumans.
You can have the Inhumans. Are we going to do something interesting with them? Are we? Fuck.
Well, I mean, you can't do anything with the interesting with the Inhumans because the Inhumans suck. They do. I don't care. I don't care who you are. Like, you could be somebody who only joined Marvel when they tried to make the Inhumans
a thing.
The thing. And no, they suck. They're not good.
So yeah, Disney bought Marvel, and well, let's be honest. Marvel at the moment, especially in the movies, ain't in a good place. They bought Star Wars, and
well,
again,
we all know how
Star Wars ain't in a good place.
I mean, it's getting better.
It is getting better. Ahsoka at points has been.
Ahsoka sucks.
Yes, I know.
Ahsoka's just fucking sucks.
No, but Ahsoka in points has been good. But
Ahsoka's been good when it references the older movies and the other stuff. With its own original stuff, though, it's just been fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Apart from the bad guy. The bad guy was, I think, mainly because the actor is really good and actually did really well.
The one who plays Thrawn, or the other one? The one
Not Thrawn, because Thrawn doesn't show up till near the end, doesn't he?
Oh,
so
yeah.
But the actual Sith guy with the orange lightsaber, I don't know why.
It's a clear reference to the guy from Star Wars Online.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or at least when I first saw him, I was like, isn't he from
the whole thing about Ahsoka was the whole plot was Ahsoka and her group, because like you don't have to have watched Rebels.
I know, but the thing is that the large amount of the cast of Ahsoka's group is from Rebels.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't have to have watched Rebels to understand what's going on. But if you have watched it, you will understand the characters who are in there
and why they do certain
because
things.
The characters, like the people who play the characters, are really good. Like Ezra is funny. I love Ezra. He's probably my favorite one in the entire thing. Because he's just like, no, I'm not. With the lightsaber, no, I'm not picking that up. Because like he's pretty much like rejected.
He's cut himself from the Force and all.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I'm not doing that.
I'm done with this shit. I've gone through enough.
And at least I think it was, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it like just kind of went over my head. My eyes were glazing over, and I was just like, this is just fucking boring. This whole thing is boring. But the whole plot was like they had to stop Thrawn from getting back to their galaxy. Right, that was the whole point. And then Thrawn gets back to the galaxy, and they play it off as if it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just like, your whole plot point, you've just made it out to be nothing, and you're.
This is the thing, right? It's like you did in Rebels. You did Thrawn so well. Like, Thrawn is one of the few things the new stuff has actually, I wouldn't say make better, because the original Thrawn trilogy is by far the greatest.
Like, the best.
But Thrawn is one of the best things in the new Star Wars stuff.
I think the problem. I think he is the best thing in the new Star Wars stuff. Because, like, if I'm honest,
that's because he's basically from the original trilogy.
Whenever they've done stuff that's set in between the Clone Wars and A New Hope, which is where Ahsoka is.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it is because Darth Vader's in it.
Wait.
Yeah. Not the Clone Wars. Revenge of the Sith. So basically, you know the end of the Rebels.
Oh, so that's no, that can't be right. No, Ahsoka must be set. Ahsoka's set after Return of the Jedi and before.
Look, Darth Vader. Look, all I know, like I told you, my eyes glazed over for a lot of it, and I was really.
I've not watched it all. But I haven't watched all of it. But
the main thing that like all the really good stuff that comes out that's to do with Star Wars, all goes back to Darth Vader. Like, just name anything that's actually good, and I guarantee you can trace it back to Darth Vader. Like, the best scenes in
either Darth Vader
Ahsoka. Or
the old books.
Yeah, the original
extended universe.
Yeah.
So, for example, Thrawn.
The best scenes in the entire Ahsoka series have all been to do with Ahsoka and Anakin.
Yeah.
Right? They've been the best ones. And like I said, I've not really...
So basically, nothing that Disney has added to Star Wars has actually been any good.
Not really, no.
No. There's a shock.
No. But look, if Disney's greatest contribution to Star Wars has been I am all the Sith and I am all the Jedi. That is their greatest contribution to Star Wars, is by literally taking a knife and stabbing it in the heart.
Yeah. By taking the entire lore, the entire history of the lore of Star Wars, and doing a Doctor Who to it.
I think the other problem that Disney have is that they've fallen into that trap that like a lot of other, before Disney Boy, like a lot of other media that came out about Star Wars was that, it's just Jedi versus Sith.
Yeah, it's just Jedi versus Sith, which I must be weird.
That's the thing that like...
Because...
Well, no, you're in the majority. Like, a lot of people mainly care about the thing as a whole. Versus...
Yeah, I know, but like there is a lot of people that do like the Jedi versus Sith.
Yeah.
But I've never cared about that.
Yeah, but like so what I'm saying is like most people, like me as well. Like, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but like I like it the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, the Jedi versus the Sith is a part of it.
Yeah. Look.
I'm a big mythology nerd, so like the whole idea that there's like Force gods, because that gets revealed in Ahsoka. That there's like Force gods, and for me that's just like, right, that's up my fucking alley. I'm into mythology. There's gods now.
We've got gods now.
Yeah, I'm in. All right. So Ahsoka's good in bits. It's got a little bit. Unfortunately, there are a lot of bits that like just let it down completely. Like there's episodes where you're just like, what was the point in this episode?
But anyway, the point we're making in regards to Disney buying EA.
Oh, hold on. There's another. The greatest. The other greatest contribution Disney have ever given to Star Wars is Obi-Wan disabling a gate that didn't need to be disabled because he could have just walked around it. And I literally mean. He could have actually just taken 4 steps and actually walked over.
Please don't tell me that was a deliberate joke.
I don't think it is.
Oh.
It's not even a joke. It's played off very seriously.
Oh dear.
He like breaks this gate, this force field, but there's no walls next to this gate. It's just like so it's like, you know when 2 people are walking up the street.
Yeah.
And you're walking towards them, and there's that little gap where the lamppost is, that you can, if you're thin enough, you can squeeze through.
Right, yeah.
That sometimes people do. He could have just done that.
So in other words, like what probably happened was the person who was supposed to put the asset in for that bit didn't.
Yeah. So it just looks
Which
like
may not be their fault.
Right, so in the whole thing, right, it just looks like there's a gate in the middle of nowhere. He could have just like walked around this gate instead of like killing 2 troopers.
Do you know what that is? That is probably because of crunch.
Probably.
That got missed.
Also in the Obi-Wan series is the first duel of Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader, which canonically couldn't have happened because that's supposed to happen on the Death Star.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what? Canonical, he Obi-Wan sees Darth Vader.
This is why
He realizes it's fucking Anakin because everybody has their own specific Force thing.
Yeah.
That's how people know. That's how Vader knows it's Obi-Wan. That's in the fucking
Death Star.
Death Star.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan runs away like a scared little bitch. It's just like, oh my god.
You see, this is the thing. There's a lot of things in Obi-Wan that I think are in there because someone thought they needed to explain a bunch of things. Like
no, Obi-Wan becomes the Princess Leia show.
Yes, I know that. No, I was about to get to that. Like the whole thing with Princess Leia is like, well, Princess Leia is asking for help from Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's like, no, because of the message.
Yeah.
Right. The message literally says, years ago you fought with my father in the Clone Wars.
Yeah. You know, implying that they never met.
She's basically stating, my father talked about you a lot. You are one of the few people that I can trust with this message. Please take this to my father. That is what the message is saying. It doesn't take too much of a fucking genius unless you are that simple-brained that you don't understand context.
But no. Apparently, Leia's been to Tatooine. Which, by the way, she hasn't.
No. See, this is the thing. Obi-Wan Kenobi is fanfic. From someone who doesn't understand
almost all of Disney Star Wars is fanfic.
Yes.
Like, it's the only way I can explain why Leia was able to breathe in space.
And Superman went
way back. Because, like, I get it. It's the Force. But, like, that... Like, you're turning the Force into, like, a tool. From a tool...
Well, no, the thing is...
Into...
Right. You are turning... The thing is, always like, in the extended universe... The Force is really, really powerful. Right?
Oh, yeah. But it's a tool.
But even Luke Skywalker, in the books, who becomes ridiculously powerful in the Force, even he couldn't do that. Yeah.
Also, Leia was better than Luke.
Because of course she was.
Even though she had virtually no
training.
I
look. There's a lot of bullshit in.
And she had her own lightsaber. No, she didn't.
There is a lot of bullshit that is in the.
By the way, all this, and you know, she marries Han Solo. She has Ben.
That's another thing. Calling. That's why they had to explain why. Leia names her son Ben after Ben Kenobi, even though she'd never met him. That's why.
And Han Solo met him for a total of 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. They had to explain why they would name instead of Bail.
Yeah.
Or after Han's or Luke or fucking anyone.
Could have just called him Jason. Could have just called him Jason.
Yeah, they should have. Do you know what? They should have just ripped. This is the thing. They could have ripped from the old books.
Yeah.
Right? And it would have been better movies.
They could have eased right. They could have basically. Oh yeah. By the way, you two are twins, just like Leia and Luke. The only difference is
Jason and Jason and Jessica. I think they are.
Yeah, you two are twins, and Ben got corrupted.
No.
There you go. Bye, Snork.
The thing is, all right. There were three. Leia and Han in the books have 3 children, twins.
We've gone on a massive
tangent, but it's about Disney and how they fuck over everything, which is the point about no one should really be happy about Disney buying EA, even though EA is a terrible company. But like, there was Jason and Jessica. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong.
When it comes to the books, I know the Bounty Hunter Wars, and I know nothing else.
And then there was the younger child, Anakin, who was actually very powerful in the war.
Yeah,
but he sacrifices himself against the young Vizier war. But anyway. But my point being is like the Disney. It's a rumor, so it may not happen. but someone obviously believes there's enough to this to publish it.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they may be just desperate for clicks, but still. See, I managed to get back on track here.
Yeah.
But just because Disney, you know what? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Disney are buying this because they don't know how to actually do things.
Yeah.
Disney bought I'm firmly of the belief Disney bought Marvel because they didn't know how to make products for boys.
Yeah.
And so they bought, and they wanted to have more boys buy Disney products.
No. Well,
right?
That was true,
Right.
but then they decided, you know what? You know who Marvel needs to be aimed at? Girls.
Right. But then they decided we're just going to put all our creative stuff that we do for princesses and put that into Marvel. And
Actually, no. That's probably what they did.
Yeah.
Instead
of buying Marvel for boys, and then leaving, and then
See, the thing is,
keeping Marvel aimed at boys and.
See, the thing is, politically now, you can't do that, right? You can have things for girls. That's perfectly fine. Right? That's allowed. But anything for boys, no. That has to be non-gendered. Right? It has to be for everybody. It can't be for boys. You can't make things for boys.
Here's the thing. Anything can be for anyone.
That's very true. That's how it should be, right? Barbie shouldn't be just for girls, but Barbie is.
Well, it is advertised and specifically aimed at girls.
Exactly.
There are some boys that do like getting Barbie.
Yes, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
just let kids do whatever kids want to do. I really don't care.
Kids get imaginary friends. You know,
it's perfectly fine. But my point is that like girls, products that are made for girls are aimed at girls. Products that are made for boys are not aimed at boys.
No, that's
my point.
Yeah, but my point being is like
that's why Marvel has turned out the way it is. It's because it's not aiming it at a specific audience. It's trying to aim
for everyone.
For everyone, but by doing that, by only doing it sort of like girl power, because apparently that's all people care about now, and it's like no. Also, by the way, the style of movie where people. The only thing that happens is Rambo gets a big gun and shoots loads of people. That went by the wayside about 25 years ago. So seeing a woman do it, it's not entertaining.
No.
It's not entertaining. It wouldn't be entertaining if they did a Rambo movie now, if they did it that way.
Like, the thing, like...
Actually, no. Prime example is Rambo.
Yeah.
They did a new Rambo movie and it did terrible because nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
And you doing it and just being like, oh, but it's a woman. And
the thing is also is like they go on about like it didn't do well because of this, that, and the other. And it's like no, it's because your story sucked, your character sucked, and no one wanted to watch it.
Your shows are terrible. Like Secret Invasion is not.
Secret Invasion is
absolute garbage.
Absolute catastrophe.
Who the fuck came up with that?
The same person who thought it was a great idea to have AI art as its opening sequence.
Who? Like it's no. I'll tell you who it is. It's the same person that decided. You know what we're gonna. You know who we're gonna make the flagship character of our thing. We're gonna make the most boring character to be the flagship thing for our new cinematic universe. We're gonna have Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. You could have picked any female character, if that's what you really wanted. You wanted a female character to lead the charge. Fine, that's okay. You could have picked any, but no, you picked the worst King one.
I know exactly who you could have picked. Storm ticks all the fucking boxes, so you could do your box ticking exercise and go, we're inclusive because she's black, she's from Africa,
she's an X-Men,
and but the thing is, they announced Captain Marvel as the next leader of the fucking.
No. Captain Marvel was just before.
I know, but but the thing is, Captain Marvel was like the initial stages of stage. After
no, because Captain Marvel was
but Captain Marvel was the big the first movie as we're heading to Endgame, right?
Yeah.
Right? Endgame came out after they'd already bought Fox and they got the licenses, right?
They had made Endgame before they bought the licenses. They'd already decided that Captain Marvel was going to be the flagship.
Yes, I know, but they hadn't made any movies. They hadn't made any movies. They hadn't greenlit anything. They could have easily fucking changed their mind.
Oh no!
And they had Storm, or I can't remember what her last name, but it's Ordo or something, and she's easily one of the best, most popular, fantastic characters in the entirety of the Marvel comic universe. She is a fucking badass, and she picks all those lovely little boxes that Disney could claim that they were inclusive for.
Yeah.
And she's an absolute fucking badass, and I guarantee you, no one would complain.
Do you think they'd do an X-Men game if Disney bought
EA? Maybe. Don't know.
Like in the ways of like X-Men Legends.
No. No. Do you want to know why? Because people want that, and EA don't. EA.
I love X-Men Legends.
Oh,
I love those games. X-Men Legends 1 and 2.
Yeah. Less we say about 3, and
there wasn't a 3. No, there wasn't a 3. The one that came out after X-Men Legends 2 was the
Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Yes, Ultimate Alliance.
And Ultimate Alliance was good. Well, it was okay. It wasn't X-Men.
It was,
but it was good.
It was okay until you had the bullshit fucking tilt controls.
Yeah, and then Ultimate Alliance 2 was meh. And 3 is apparently it's all right.
Only on the Switch though.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? What is wrong with you? Anyway, but back onto Disney, potentially, maybe.
Yeah, we've gone on too many times.
We've gone too many. We have to bring this back now. We have to reel this in now.
I'm trying to. I can't see them buying EA. I think EA's too big for them to buy.
Would you have ever thought Activision Blizzard was not
going to be bought by
Microsoft? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Like we're going about Microsoft having ridiculous money. Disney, even though the woes they're having at the moment, they're Disney. They make like $69 billion is nothing to them. Put it this way: they are having a massive fucking tit for tat fucking fight with the governor of fucking Florida.
Yeah.
And financially, I think Disney are going to come out on top of that.
Yeah, probably.
They can afford to do that, which is that's how much money Disney have. It's ridiculous. They could spend another. I think it's part of the problem. Probably is that they could probably spend another 10 years of this lackluster of like movies not doing well, shows not doing well, the subscription not doing well, and they'd still be financially okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Disney could, if they wanted to, buy every game company that they wanted to.
Yeah, they'd probably be allowed to as well.
Yeah, well, especially in America. Because monopolies! People don't understand why monopolies are bad now anymore.
Well, you can get everything from under one roof now. Is that not a good thing? No.
No, because once everything is under one roof, they start charging you for access to get under that roof. And I don't mean... Oh, that's just a few cents here and $1 there. No. Oh, last week it was $1. Now it's $50. Why? Because we're the only place you can get this from.
Yeah.
Now pay up or don't get it.
Mm.
Also, everything under one roof. Buy a fucking PC then if you want everything under one roof.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
You can just basically then put Steam and whatever other fucking launcher you want on. I mean, granted, I'm a bit annoyed that I have the Steam launcher and games then put on another launcher from the game that I bought from fucking Steam.
Yeah.
2K. To name just one.
But I think we'll end it there. I think that's a good point to end. Yeah. Oh, Arcane, not Arcane. League of Legends, apparently all lore for League of Legends is all canon now. How that's going to work, I have absolutely no idea. Because before they did say that like Arcane is its own universe.
Yeah.
But now it's canon.
With League of Legends. How?
So,
to people who think Kingdom Hearts lore is convoluted as fuck and makes no sense.
This is gonna get weird.
have fun unpicking the League of Legends lore.
Yeah, this is going to get weird. But fine. It is what it is. I'm so glad I don't play that game.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I'm not like...
I don't want to be in that hellscape, so it's fine.
No, I'm so glad I'm not massively into the law of League of Legends. Could you imagine if you were somebody that was like, okay, so like there are actual YouTubers who have made a career out of deciphering the league law, right? Their whole
Which is
career,
understandable.
which is fine because like
I love lore of movies. I love lore videos. Yeah. I love them. They're great.
And the fact that like they simplify, they make the law simple for you to understand because the league law is very complicated.
It makes Kingdom Hearts look like an actual understandable plot.
Yeah, pretty much. And now they've just done this, and it's just like, oh my god. But at least the law people have got more stuff to do.
Yeah, more things to unpick.
Because they're going to make right. Okay,
I mean, granted, 90% of their videos probably don't make sense anymore.
Well, no, you could make videos on like, right, okay, so what is most likely going to be taken out of the normal law, and Arcane is going to fit in.
Yeah.
Basically. And at the moment, Arcane is only 6 characters that are actually in the game. So it's not too bad. I mean, obviously there is the history.
Right. The thing is that Arcane... The thing is like... is if I remember correctly, League of Legends, the characters aren't all in like the same world.
Yeah.
So... And like, the whole rift... Is it the rift, isn't it? They basically they get pulled into the rift to do these fights, and then they go back to their world or something stupid like that. I don't know exactly what happens and why it is. It's just so that they can have ridiculous characters.
The reason why they can have these characters all fight each other.
All fight each other. Yeah, it's just that. You don't need to go. It doesn't need to be a complex lore for that. It just needs. It's just simple explanations. Sometimes are the best.
Yeah.
So as long as they don't basically try and make everything fit together in lore in regards to different characters from different worlds, they might be able to pull it off, but I don't think it'll work. But anyway,
who knows?
To the people who
to the people whose job it is to actually make this work, good luck.
We salute you.
Have at it, my friend.
And on that bombshell.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you for anybody who's decided to watch this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles.